What do you think is the #1 most common cause for resistance to change? Do you think it's people not wanting to change? Or perhaps them not knowing how to change? Well, according to Prosci and their 20+ years of research, the answer is really quite simple. It is awareness. The awareness for the need to change has ranked as the top most common barrier to change for more than 8 years now. In this video, we will explore what awareness is in the ADKAR model, how it works, and more importantly, who should be building awareness. This is one of a 6-part series on the ADKAR model, so if you haven't already seen the ADKAR model explained, click on the link in the top right hand. So without any further ado, my name is Nick, and we are Unchange. Awareness is the first step in the ADKAR model, and simply put, it is the element that answers the question, why do I need to change? When you ask somebody to change, it feels the same way for them as though they were asking you to change. What that means is that you would probably ask yourself, why do I need to change? First and foremost. And sometimes that's followed by, well, what's in it for me? It is the question that precedes all the other elements in an individual who needs to adopt a change, and often it even precedes the change itself. As an example, a student who needs to change their study routine to get better grades would need to understand why it's important to get better grades before you can expect that change in their study routine to actually happen. For this reason, awareness is the first and fundamental step of the ADKAR model. You cannot expect somebody to change if they don't know why they need to change. As we alluded to already, building awareness is about making clear the reason for the change, or the need for the change. Let's hear from Tom while he was training in Istanbul on this topic.
I can only change by knowing that I need to. The first step to helping me change is to make me aware that I need to change. We achieve this by clarifying what kind of change I need to make, why should I change, and what happens to me if I do not change.
Here, Tom points out 3 key messages for somebody to have an awareness for the need to change. Namely, it is what is changing, what are the benefits of the change, and what are the consequences of not changing. This key information, these 3 messages, are what form the foundation of somebody choosing to change. To hark back to our example of the student, what is changing is their study routine. The benefit of the change is better job prospects or even just a simple bursary. And the consequence of not changing could be anything from sheer failure to having to return to another year of study. Change managers build awareness for groups or organizations through the execution of 2 of their 5 plans. These plans are tailored specifically for the groups impacted by the change. And this is a topic that we cover extensively in our Prosci Change Management Certification program. If you're interested to know more about that program, check the link in the description box below. These plans are built to communicate in a coordinated fashion those 3 messages we spoke of earlier. Namely, it would communicate what is the change, what's the personal benefit for the change, what are the business reasons for the change, and importantly, what's the risk of not changing? One of the important things that change managers keep in mind here is that it's not enough to simply communicate those messages to those impacted by the change. Again, this is gleaned in the Prosci Research that it is critically important that those messages come from the right people. In other words, the preferred senders of those messages. In a nutshell, the business reasons for the change should be communicated by the senior leaders, the CEO or president. Whilst the personal reasons for the change, the what's in it for me, that should come from the direct line manager or the direct supervisor of the person impacted by the change. This is probably as a result of that old saying that people follow their leaders. So, the first step in anybody's change journey is and will always be awareness. The awareness for the need to change. This is because It forms the fundamental reason to change for an individual. The ultimate irony of it all is that it is the most common barrier to change according to research, and yet it's one of the easiest barriers to overcome. But awareness does not facilitate change alone, so be sure to check out our other videos on the ADKAR model. We love hearing from you, so please leave us a like and comment in the section below and subscribe. From myself, Nick, and everyone here at AndChange, happy changes!